Happy Real Talk Saturday. Today's topic is doing what is best for you. A lot of people, including myself, allow other people's opinions to hold more weight on certain things than their own. And what I mean by this is that sometimes your gut decision isn't ultimately what you go with because you listen to somebody else. I was giving this story today to a buddy of mine, and this was when I was purchasing my first big boy car when I was 19. I was buying a 2018 F80, and at the time I was in Spain. And I remember calling my dad up and I said to him, I was like, hey, I'm really ready to do this. I'm in the position financially to do this. And I knew deep down that that is what I wanted, but I needed that sort of validation from him because he was my dad, right? I needed to feel like he was also on board with it because of how much I look up to him. And he said, I don't think you should do it. And that started getting in my head. And then the sales rep called me and he said the car sold, right? And I remember calling him back, man, and I was just so upset because I knew deep down that that is what I wanted to do. That was the car for me. And this applies to more than just cars, obviously. But I knew that that was what I ultimately wanted to pursue. And I called him and I just said, dude, I'll never listen to a single thing that you have to say about cars again. Obviously, I didn't mean that. I was just upset at the time. But that's how it went down. Then the sales rep called me the next day. He said the car's available. The guy couldn't get financed. Do you want the car, yes or no? I said yes, blah, 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 blah. Moral of the story is that was one of the best decisions that I ever made for myself. The same thing applies for like moving out of state or moving out of town or moving out of your house. Like you ask your parents like, hey, I think about doing this. I'm thinking about packing and moving 2,000 miles away. They're going to call you crazy. And then ultimately you don't pursue that because you listen to them. I'm not saying like don't listen to people in your life, but you need to start taking opinions with a grain of salt and start listening to yourself more because ultimately you know what is best for yourself. And you'll never know what was on the other side of that card if you don't pursue it. Like in my opinion, it'd be better for you to move out of state, right? Realize you hate living out of state and then move back because at least you know that way. You can say, hey, I actually did it. Now I can comment on it. Now I have an opinion. Now I know who I am. So if you've been wanting to pursue something that's kind of out of your comfort zone and is not really aligning with what other people think, I encourage you to pursue that and at least just give it a shot because if you don't try, you'll never know. And sometimes holding the weight of other people's opinions can really hurt you in the end.